told me to come in. Brought you some muffins. Thought you might like some.
Thanks. James will probably eat some later. I just really haven't had enough to get appetite.
I understand. Say, Sarah, Gordon, and Patty from church have been asking about you.
That's nice.
You know, maybe, Liz, it's time for you to come back to church. It would, well, it could be good for you.
Will it bring my Stacy back? Can you promise that Andrew won't be there?
Andrew's hurting too. He's in pain. He's filled with guilt, so he needs church as well.
I don't want to talk about Andrew. I don't even want to think about Andrew. When I do, I am filled with such loathing.
I know you're angry, but you've got to let it go or it's going to eat you up. You'll have no peace.
Peace. Jean, you talk to me about peace when you know that Danny isn't hit by a car on the way home from school, or that Jill hasn't fallen into that swimming pool that you're so proud of. Then, you can talk to me about peace then.
Liz, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to...
I know you were, but I'm just trying to get through each day. You know, when people talk, I can see their lips moving, but I can't even hear what they're saying. Everything is such an effort. Even to breathe takes work. And the pain, it's like something is just crushing my heart.
Do you talk with James about how you're feeling?
No. James is grieving in his own way. He's trying to act like everything is normal, whatever that is.
I'm sure he's hurting too. I can see it in his eyes.
He should be. You know, maybe if he hadn't known spoiled Stacy, giving her own way, letting her have everything that she wanted, maybe then she'd still be alive.
You can't be thinking it was James' fault.
Why can't I? I blame everyone. They tell me this was an accident. How in God's name can this be an accident?
God didn't have anything to do with the accident.
Maybe he should have.
Liz, you know, well, at least you knew that God didn't have anything to do with this. But he wants to be with you now. He wants to comfort you, to help you through this. He wants to help you to forgive.
How can you say that? God has taken my little girl and he has left me with nothing. He's left me with less than nothing. He's left me with a void that is all around me.
Oh, he didn't take her, Liz, but I'm sure Stacy's with him now, and that gives me comfort.
I'm glad it gives you comfort, but it sure doesn't give me comfort. Nothing does.
Say, do you remember the story about God telling this man to go push this large boulder in the front of his house?
Look, Jean, I think maybe it's just time for you to go. I am not in the mood for a parable.
Please let me finish. Listen, when I came today, I thought of this story, and I thought it was time for you to hear it again. The Lord explained that the man was to push against the boulder with all of his might. So this the man did, day after day. For many years, he toiled from sunup to sundown with his shoulders squarely set against this cold, massive surface of the unmoving boulder, pushing with all of his might. Every night, the man returned home to his house, sore and worn out, feeling like his whole day had been spent in vain. Since the man was showing discouragement, Satan decided to enter the picture by placing thoughts into his weary mind. You've been pushing against that rock for a long time, and it hasn't moved. And this gave the man the impression that the task was impossible and that he was a failure. The thoughts discouraged and disheartened him. Satan said, why kill yourself over this? Just put in your time. Give it the minimum effort. That'll be good enough. And that's what the weary man planned to do. But then he decided to make it a matter of prayer and to take his troubled thoughts to the Lord. Lord, he said, I've labored long and hard in your service, putting all my strength to do that which you have asked. Yet, after all this time, I've not even budged that boulder by half a millimeter. What's wrong? Why am I failing? And the Lord responded, my friend, when I asked you to serve me and you accepted, I told you your task was to push against the boulder with all your strength, which you have done. But never once did I mention that I expected you to move it. Your task was to push. And now you come to me with your strength spent, thinking that you have failed. But is that really so? Look at yourself. Your arms are strong and muscled. Your back is muscular and brown. Your hands are calloused from the constant pressure, and your legs have become massive and hard. Through opposition, you have grown much, and your abilities now surpass those which you used to have. True, you haven't moved the boulder, but your calling was to be obedient, to push, and to exercise your faith and trust in my wisdom. Now I, my friend, will move the boulder.
That's great, Jean, but what does it have to do with me? Push what?
P-U-S-H. Pray until something happens. Push.
You think that I haven't prayed?
But
I have.
Have you prayed for understanding, or was it self-pity? Did you pray for the power of forgiving?
Jean, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to forgive. I can't forgive James, I can't forgive Andrew, and I can't forgive...
Yourself?
I can't forgive myself, but especially Andrew.
What's wrong?
I hate my brother.
Don't say that. Andrew's really hurting. He needs our support. Now more than ever.
I don't care. He's made my life a living.
Don't say that, young lady, or your life might get a little bit worse. Like being grounded.
That may not be so bad compared to school.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Out with it.
It's just that some of the kids are teasing me, asking me, how does it feel to have a brother that's a murderer? Are you going to visit your convict brother in prison? Don't get Jennifer mad. She'll hit you with her dad's car.
Don't pay any attention to them. Just walk away. Your brother didn't murder anyone, and he is not going to jail. I have nothing to say about it.
Why can't things be the way they were?
They never will be now.
And it's all Andrew's fault. That's why I hate him.
I can't believe you're saying that, Jenny. You and Andrew were always so close. When you were little, he used to take you everywhere with him. Swimming, fishing, ball games. I don't know many brothers that would do that for their little sister.
I guess. But all he does is mope around now. I haven't seen him smile since the accident.
Well, maybe you could make him smile. You always could before.
But how? It's different.
I'm sure you'll come up with something.
I don't know. Maybe I could do the fake parts for the dinner table. Those always broke them up.
Maybe something a little more tasteful. Does that mean you don't hate your brother anymore?
I guess. But family can be a pain in the... I know. Life can be worse by being grounded.
I was, but I thought we needed to talk.
Talk? About what?
About us. Are we still a couple?
I don't know. You don't seem to be dating anyone else, do you?
That's not the same, and you know it. I'm not sure anymore. We're not the same. Do you remember the last time you kissed me?
Saturday after the movie?
No, I'm not talking about some peck on the cheek or brush of the lips. I'm talking about a real kiss.
What is this about?
I can tell you the last time you really kissed me, held me. It was at the cemetery, after everyone had gone home. That was 7 months ago.
It doesn't change how I feel about you just because we haven't kissed up to your expectations.
How do you feel about me?
I feel the same about you as I always have.
That's not true.
I don't know what to say. I'm still trying.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm still trying to work things out about Stacy's death. 7 months seems like such a long time. Time she'll never get back. And it's partly my fault.
It wasn't your fault. It was an accident. What's wrong with you, Andrew, and everyone else in this town? It was an accident. It was nobody's fault. Why do you and Andrew have to carry all the blame? I'm sure not going to.
Sit down. Sure, it was an accident, but our decisions caused the accident to happen.
I don't buy that for a minute.
Well, me and Stacy didn't want to go to the party. And if we would have just said something, maybe things wouldn't have turned out the way they did.
So because I wanted to go to the party, Stacy's dead?
I didn't say that.
Well, let me remind you, Andrew wanted to go to the party also.
Well, Andrew always goes along with what you want. That's the way Andrew is. But you're missing what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I don't think so. You think that it's my fault that Stacy's dead. That's why you're treating me different.
I don't think it's your fault that Stacy's dead. But I think that you're equally as responsible as me, Stacy, or Andrew. Don't you see?
I see. This is nuts. It was an accident, a sad and tragic accident. I miss Stacy a lot, and I wish I could change.
Change what? Change the fact that we went to the party? Change the fact that, you disappeared when we were trying to leave? Change the fact that you had a couple glasses of swamp water?
What do you mean, a couple glasses? I just brought.
Don't lie. I know you. You were acting different when you came back. Louder and trying to be more funny.
All right, okay. I had a couple of 3 glasses before I brought the 4 glasses back. It doesn't matter anyway. I wasn't driving.
Well, sure, you may say it doesn't matter, but Chris, let me ask you, were your decisions affected by the fact that you had a few glasses of swamp water? I wasn't using my best judgment, and for me, it wasn't because I had a drink. Well, maybe it had an influence, but for me, I was just going along with what everyone else wanted. I could have stepped in and said something at any point.
If you want to torture yourself with all the what ifs, be my guest, but I'm sure not going to.
It isn't torture. It's coming to terms with Stacy's death. And it's painful at times, but feeling the pain helps me know that I'll feel the other emotions again.
And you don't see me feeling those emotions?
No. I see you feeling anger at everyone, but mostly at yourself. And I don't think it will go away until you face it.
So that's why you're treating me differently, being so distant?
Well, you are different, Chris, and we'll never be the same. But the Chris I know, the Chris I kissed at the cemetery, would be facing this head on. I want my Chris back.
I don't know if I can do that.
Well, okay, neither did I. But then I remembered something Stacy said once. I was
What?
like, well, we were lying on the bed and talking, and she was like, she got serious. And then she was like, wherever we are, we'll always be friends. Because we talk to each other, and we listen to each other. And that's what friends do. So in my prayers, I talk to her, and I listen to her, and it helps.
I do miss her.
I know you do.
I think I gotta get going. do. I know you did.
Where are you going?
I'm going to find the old Chris.
How are you doing, Andrew?
All right, considering, and you?
Pretty good, especially since I got you to laugh at dinner.
Fake farts never fail me. It was Mom's face that really made me smile.
Yeah, but this time she left you. I think she's worried about you. Still is for that matter. Me too, I guess.
Well, thank you. Those kids still bullying and pick on you?
Not like they were, and now Jensen straightens them up if they do.
Alan Jensen. Name sounds familiar. Do I know him?
Kind of. He was the one you caused to wet himself at the third grade Christmas program.
Alan Jensen. Oh. He's the one that was picking on you, right? I remember you coming home crying. I didn't hit him or anything, I promise. I just followed him into the men's restroom when he went to the bathroom during the break. I asked him if he knew who I was, and he said no. So I said, yeah, that's my name. And I told him that I wasn't going to let anyone pick on you if it wasn't going to be me. And I asked him if he understood, and he said yeah. Then I looked down, and a yellow puddle around his feet.
And the worst part was, I had to stand next to him for the second part of the program. And that was not a pleasant smell.
Yeah, I imagine.
The weird thing is, we became friends after that. Not right away, of course, but the next year we were. He even stopped picking on kids and started protecting them instead. He says hi and hopes everything works out for you.
Tell him thank you and hi back.
Everything's gonna be okay, isn't it, Andrew?
I don't know. I hope so, but whatever happens, I have it coming.
Don't say that. It was an accident.
I was driving, Jennifer. It was my fault. I don't blame Miss Carlson for hating me. I hate myself sometimes. And I killed somebody I love. How do you forgive that?
I don't know, but Alan forgave you. And peeing your pants in third grade is no laughing matter, especially for the one with the wet pants.
I suppose. Did he ever say anything about it and his change of heart?
No, but he did say that everything happens for a reason, and you become better because of it. And then he said he was going to marry me. I slept him, and that was the end of that.
I suppose, yeah.
It's good to see you laugh again.
Feels good. It's been a while.
I want to help, Andrew.
Believe me, you are.
I mean, more than making you laugh. When you fainted in church, it was the first time I realized how much you were hurting. I don't know what I would do without you.
Maybe now you know how the Carsons feel a little bit. We still have our family and they don't. If we only would have done something different, like not go to the stupid party or go on the roller coaster, everything would be back to normal.
But before you said I, when you thought it was your fault. Now you said we, which applies to both, don't you?
You're smart for a little sister.
I think so.
I bet you do. Now let me get back to my book.
Okay.
Won't you?
See you at dinner.
I should invite Alan over since he's going to be my brother-in-law and all.
Don't you dare. Very funny.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm praying for you, Andrew. Every night.
Thank you. Me too.